Okay, so I'm going to get this reading going. I'm going to try to make it really quick because I have to get my son in the bath and get him ready for bed and everything. So, I'm sorry if this is really short, but if you have any more questions, just let me know and I'll try to clarify more on it. The general feeling I got from this is that he's really concerned about his family and money and all this other stuff. So, I don't think that he might be too concerned about you. I know that might sound negative, but that's the feeling that I get from the reading. So let me go ahead and get started. The first card that I pulled for you represents, look at the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, as you can see, he is surrounded by his family, and that is his main concern. That's what this card represents, is the main concern that he has, and that would be his family. It talks about life is full, wealth passed down through generations. It talks about children. So I don't know if he actually has children, but this card brings that up. So I don't know if he's too concerned about you right now. I get the feeling that he is really involved with his wife, and he's more focused on his work, and yeah. So the next card that I pulled represents his dominant outward quality. The Eight of Pentacles reversed is what I got for that. Now, the Eight of Pentacles represents a craftsman, a trade. I think I pulled this card for you in a previous reading, but to me, I get the feeling it represents the military and what he does for a living, and he's really, really passionate about that. And the thing about that, it talks about him being a quick study. He's really smart, really bright. He's in it to win it, basically. Success through hard work. So he's really hardworking, dedicated. It talks about materialism, and it talks about failure. So that comes up. The next card that I pulled for you represents dominant inward qualities, what he doesn't show to other people. That would be the Justice card. Now, the Justice card talks about fair, impartial judgment, mental clarity, solution seeker, passion, desire, wisdom. He's really, really smart. He's really bright. It talks about legal difficulties with this card, so that is something you need to be wary of, that he might have either a past experience with legal troubles, or it could be coming up in the future. It talks about logical thinking, so that is the inward quality he has, that he is really smart, and yeah. So the next card that I pulled for you will represent his goal, or you know what, in the previous reading I told you sometimes cards don't click with me, and this is one of the cards that I got that was like, oh, I don't know how to relate that, and that is an ugly face. But I got the Emperor reverse, lacks self-control, immature approach to life, miserly nature, material possession. So this card talks about my material possession, so maybe that is his goal. But I didn't really get too much on that. So the next card would be his motivation. Two of Swords. I don't really like this card in readings too much. It's a card of diplomacy, not telling the truth, lies, uneasiness, uncertainty, independence. So his motivation in the previous card, it talks about wealth and material gain. Well, this card talks about that also. So it also talks about, see, some of this reading didn't really make sense, so I'm trying to relate it to how it could be his motivation. So I'm just going to go off of what my gut instincts tells me about this card. If you could see, the lady is blindfolded. Being blindfolded is really not wanting to face the facts of a situation. And diplomacy, like I said before, that is trying to be diplomatic in the situation. He wants to be your friend and everything, but he also wants to be with his spouse. So that is something that comes up. The next card that came up in your reading represents the stakes. Three of Pentacles reversed is what I pulled. So the stakes, also what he could lose in this situation. The notes that I wrote down for this, it talks about starting a something. So starting a something, if he were to start something with you, that's what it talks about. Loss of what he's worked for, material gain hindered, pride, positivity. And then if you could see in this picture, there's clearly 3 people in this situation, and he is actually turning away this guy. So I don't get a good feeling from this card. The next card that I pulled for you, this will represent the flaw or his needs, what he needs from you. The card that I pulled for that is the King of Cups, reversed. Okay, so this talks about he needs a counselor or thoughtful listener, sensitive friend, has a lot on his plate, needs to be able to vent. So he really is just looking for a friend, and that's really what he honestly needs. If he's coming to you about his problems and you guys feel like you're clicking on that level, it says that he is honestly, deep down in his heart, he needs a friend to just listen to what he's going through and not actually think that it's going to a different level. So the next card, okay, the source of the flaw. I got the Lover's card for that. The source of the flaw would be you. So if his main objective, the first card that I pulled, was the Ten of Pentacles, right? His family, and this is the source of the flaw, the Lovers. This card would represent you. Quarrels, infidelity. It talks about you coming between him and his family. So again, I don't think that that's exactly what he is looking for. Okay, so the next card, the effect the flaw has. This is the Sun reversed. Blocked energy, setbacks. It talks about keeping an eye on important relationships. His important relationships. That would be his family. Powerful, fulfilling, bringing growth, contentment, positive energy, happy relationships. So since it's reversed, I don't think that if you guys were to get together that it would be a successful blend, and that it wouldn't be a happy relationship. It talks about being a setback. So the next card is the conclusion, or the overall feel of what I got from this. If you guys were together, if you guys decided to do the twin flame thing, what he would suffer is great loss. It's materialistic loss. So financially, he would suffer his emotional suffrage, loss of spirit, loss of morale. That's what this card represents. This is the Five of Pentacles. So I do not get a good feeling about you and you guys successfully blending. So I'm sorry that this is kind of a negative reading, but that's kind of what I got from it. And yeah, sorry. I hope this helps. And if you have any more questions, just let me know. I hope you have a good night. Bye.